Hello, Avengers! How are we all doing today? Today we are talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I am your announcer for the show. I am Firebrand, currently dressed as Captain America. And today with me I have ToonKriticY2K.
Dressed in Iron Man, of course.
And we have Lightning Bliss, who is...
dressed as Spider-Man, and I do say Spider-Man is the best superhero. Sorry.
I expected you to be dressed like Gwen Stacy, you know?
Spider-Gwen. That actually would be pretty
Spider-Gwen.
cool.
Spider-Gwen, yeah.
Yeah, because you know it's like got the whole black and white spider. It kind of you know complements your color scheme a little bit.
It does actually. So, today is the very first episode of Roundtable's Marvel. It is a spin-off series of the Roundtable series. And we are actually very excited to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 because if you know, a while back, Josh and I, we did a video on our top 7 favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. And Guardians of the Galaxy was right near the top. So, the sequel... oh boy. I was not prepared. I don't think any of us were prepared for the Field Train.
No.
I cried. I cried.
Same.
I was this close too, especially at certain points. But this will be a relatively spoiler-ish review because it's been out for a while. So if you haven't seen it, you might want to see it because there will be spoilers ahead. So
Yes, indeed.
let's do this standard roundtable style. What we liked and didn't like. So how about we start with you, Josh? What was one big thing you liked about Guardians 2?
Well, this is kind of less of a like or a dislike, and it's more of an observation. It's that this Guardians of the Galaxy was much, much more character-driven. It focused a lot more on the characters than it did the humor. It's like the humor was still there, but it was more about, you know, the characters and their interaction and their relationships with each other and who they are as people. And that's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, but it's definitely different.
I'd have to agree as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there was a lot of other things that I liked. Well, a lot of the jokes were funny. A lot of the characters were new. A lot of the new characters were welcome. Let's see. There's okay. That one sad moment was legitimately sad. And if you any movie that actually makes me cry. Did something right. So it's not really hard to make me cry at a film. It's like as long as your characters are likable, and yeah, there are certain cheap ways to make me cry. It's like war movies. Oh my gosh, I am so weak to those.
Hey, I'm gonna get out my notepad and my pen. So what are those?
It's like movies like Saving Private Ryan or Hacksaw Ridge. I can't watch those without crying.
Oh.
I can't watch this, period. Too depressing.
But anyways, back to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Star-Lord has certainly developed a lot in this film. I mean,
he's the central focus.
He is the central focus. Most of the focus is placed on him, but yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take it over from here then.
Yeah.
The big thing that is important is the theme about this movie, which is family. And the first movie did a great job of establishing the characters, establishing their quirks, and they didn't really want to work together at first, but as we see in this movie, they've really nailed down the theme into the group. You have all these characters that they bicker a lot. It's a very dysfunctional family, but it shows in a lot of places where it really does work. Like you see with Star-Lord and Rocket, the whole trash panda scene, which was hilarious. But every character gets something good to do. They have something memorable to them, like right down to Yondu, all the way over to Nebula. There's a lot of very intense moments that I think was great that they didn't do them right away in the first movie. Here, there's so many different factors that they put in. Like the relationship between Gamora and Nebula. You have the relationship that slowly starts to develop between Rocket and Yondu. it does a lot of very different things. And one, I think probably the most shocking one is Peter and his father. You know that one moment, right? Where he reveals that one part and Star-Lord just snaps. My jaw dropped. I'm like, oh no. No, come on. No, why would you do that? That's so bad. It was so messed up, though.
I legit did not see that coming. I honestly did not. I thought this was going to be, maybe it's going to lead to something like somebody's going to attack his father's planet or something and they have to defend. No, he's not.
You're
he's
a
the
monster.
ultimate evil of this movie. It's wrong. I'm just like,
why did Kurt Russell always gotta be a bad guy?
He's gotta be a bad guy in everything, though. He just has that bad guy face.
I just didn't see that coming.
It's like the earliest I've seen Kurt Russell play. It's actually Kurt Russell was actually in an episode of Gilligan's Island where he was actually like 14.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember seeing it, and yeah, it's just so weird to see him this old and playing villains.
Yeah. Bliss, what about you? What did you think of Guardians?
Honestly, I guess I'm just gonna have to bounce off you guys because, yeah, like in the first one, I loved the chemistry of all the characters, and once again, it's here in full strength, and even more so, it's developed. I love how everybody is able to bounce off each other and develop unique relationships, like like the whole joking between each other. Dude, she totally unlocked your deepest, darkest secret. You must be so embarrassed.
Oh, Drax.
I can imagine. And I'm lapping my head up with this guy because I'm thinking deep down, this is how we friends interact with each other too. We totally laugh at each other's misfortunes. I absolutely love the chemistry between everybody, and even when things got like really bad that you think they would never be able to patch things up, they're able to dig deep and overcome their obstacles against each other to unite into something greater, and that's what I love the most, and that's what chokes me up all the time. And of course, a bit of a moral with the whole father-son thing. Yondu said it best. He may have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy. And that really, really choked me up because getting a little deep here, I have lost my father in 2010, and that really, really choked me up because, yeah, that was really hard to watch for me.
Yondu really did shine in a lot of parts in this movie.
Why did he have to leave? I loved his character.
But that's exactly why they killed him, because it was gonna hurt.
It's not fair.
You see, in the Marvel universe, there's usually the what is it, the phrase, he or she is dead, except not really, but this time,
No,
he's gone. He's not coming back.
Gosh dang it. And yeah, we're all just waiting for Vision. We're all just waiting for Vision to die. Come on, look, the mind gem is in his head. That's a death sentence, okay?
Karen, don't say that! He'll be fine!
Death is inevitable in these Marvel movies. How many Marvel movies have you watched? It's death. Death happens to everybody.
Never die!
We all thought Quicksilver was cool, but then he got wiped.
Oh, nobody cares about him. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Silver Surfer for some reason.
That's in a completely different film series, though.
I know. I kind of derped. I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, Josh, was there anything you didn't like about this?
Didn't like. I'm guessing this is kind of a... I don't know what it is about Marvel movies, but it's kind of a trend that most of their villains just aren't charismatic.
There are one or two villains that stand out, but the Sovereign is just so bland.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, his role in the story is very, very, oh my gosh. It's like, he has a very good role, but it just, in terms of his personality, it's just, he said, yeah, that's the word to describe him. His personality is so bland. He's got, like, no charisma. I can't think of a single personality trait to describe him.
Wait, you mean Ego?
No, the main villain.
I thought Ego was the main villain.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
He's the big villain. Are we talking about
It's either Ego? It's either Ego or the gold skin people.
Oh yeah, the gold skin people. I thought they were okay, and I thought they were better than Ego, but
I'm confused with them. I almost feel like they were mocking YouTubers or something in a way.
How so?
Well, you know how let me think about it for a minute.
just like the whole streaming and gaming thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
when they were doing the whole, look at us, we're in these pods, we're playing like video game style. I'm like, really? Like,
And this is over the fact that they were mildly insulted.
yeah.
But still, yeah, I will say that when Rocket did that, it's like, okay, yeah, you're a scallywag, but you're not an idiot. Come on.
I'm like, why did you have to go and do that? And he's like, well, she deserved it because she did. Technically, the ruler did insult. Oh my god,
Rocket?
I'm scared to say his name wrong. No, Star-Lord. There we go. She called him like a hybrid, like an inferior or something.
Well, he's a Celestial.
Yeah, but she called him a hybrid, like in a demeaning way. So, like, Rocket kind of counter-argued that by stealing those batteries, that was payback, even though
they helped him a lot.
It did. It saved them.
It's like, and come on, Rocket. It's like, don't be a doofus. It's like, you're smarter than that.
If I may say, poor Rocket gets the most emotionally abused in the two movies. In the first movie, he loses Groot, who is his only best friend, and now Groot's back, except not really, because that version of Groot that he's been best friends with is dead, and this new Groot has no memories of the past. And then he gets close to Yondu, and Yondu freaking gets capped, so he's like, oh, I have no friends now. Lonely. I am so lonely.
No, but Yondu kind of smacked him in the head, saying that you're trying to push everybody you love away because deep down you're just like me. And I think Yondu kind of smacked him in the head and said, look, you need to wake up and realize what you got is pretty dang good. So, yeah. I love that chemistry.
Yeah, also, I really hope the Sylvester Stallone thing goes somewhere.
I do too.
Oh okay, that is my biggest complaint right there.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
He was thrown in there as a cheap cameo. I'm like, no. This is Sylvester Stallone. You treat him with respect and you give him a bigger role, dang it!
I feel like your Expendables is showing right there.
A little bit, yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, the thing is like, the Expendables, it's kind of supposed to be that. It's supposed to be a movie about action movie cameos. But this here, it's just kind of, okay, is this going somewhere?
Hopefully, maybe they'll team up with the Guardians in the next movie? Maybe?
I'm pretty sure the next movie is Infinity War.
Well, I meant in Volume 3, if they do Volume 3. I think they are.
I heard there's a Volume 3.
Yeah, but they're going to be switching up the teams and
Still.
whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I don't...
Yeah. Okay, and going back to what we liked about it, it's just, okay, that and the final third.
Oh.
Holy cow!
That was a visual effects, I'm sure there must have been a visual effects nightmare.
But yeah, it's like Guardians usually is. It's like, remember the first Guardians of the Galaxy? Like, how many animators they had?
They had a lot, to be fair.
Yeah, but here it's just. It was just. I was just hoping for some Dragon Ball Z threat sound effects to be thrown in there, because oh my gosh.
I'm loving the fact that while all of this stuff is going on, Star is trying to find tape for Rocket, and the whole time you can hear him asking everybody for tape, and every now and then he's like, "Ow! Do you have any tape?" And Rocket is just sitting there waiting patiently, and I'm just like, "Are you kidding me?"
Do you want to know, though, what my biggest complaint of this movie is?
No, but I bet you're out to tell us.
Oh, I'm going to tell you. But here's the thing. I want you to just prepare for this, because the thing that I didn't like about this movie is probably going to be... this is the point in the video where a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me. I don't like Baby Groot. Specifically, I don't like the overuse of him, because he's a cute little character. Let's use him in like all these cute scenes. Oh, Baby Groot, it's so cute. Yeah, that's nice and all, but you're overusing him a little bit, guys. Like, we get that he's cute, but I see marketing for him like all over the place. It's kind of like
overexposure.
Overexposure. That's what I didn't like, because Groot was a great character in the first movie because he was dealt with in doses. Here, every scene he's in, oh, it's so cute. Look at Baby Groot. Like, guys.
Yeah, that's one thing that I
get to.
Yeah, I kind of see where you're coming from. It's like at the beginning, it was kind of like it was a little bit of a red flag, but it was kind of like a false flag because the movie turned out to be great. But
yeah.
It's just at the beginning, it was focusing on Baby Groot, and when there was like all this blurry action, it's like, come on, I kind of want to look at the action.
Exactly. We cut to the end. I'm like, no, I want to see what Baby Groot's doing. I want to see these guys fight this huge octopus-looking thing.
Yeah,
the times where he was used, though, like in moments of emotional times, especially that peak moment where things looked like they were about to lose, and he became trapped inside that cavern, and he started crying. Okay, that triggered my maternal instinct or something. I don't like seeing children or infants cry, so I started crying. I'm like, if you kill Baby Groot, I swear to God.
That's how they get you, though.
You stupid movie! You got me crying for a fictional character.
That's what Marvel is. I don't know how they do it, but they got your emotions in a deathlock.
They do. They balance it out with some really good comedic moments, and it's a happy, fun time. But right when you least expect it, they just grab you and just slam you down to the ground, say, "All right, fun time's over. Now it's time for the feels." And we're just like, "No,
it's like
please."
It's like Phoenix Wright. What the fudge?
It really is.
Yeah, it's like if you've ever played a Phoenix Wright game, you know exactly how it is.
But now we come to the important question: was this better than the first?
I'm gonna say no.
I feel bad for saying no.
It's like, it's kind of like Jaws and Jaws 2. I really liked Jaws 2, but it'll never beat the first.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, the first one was so funny from beginning to end, and this one actually made me cry. And, yeah, I gotta give it points for making me cry, but... honestly, I'd go back and watch the first one over this one.
This movie did a lot of great things. They improved a lot of things from the first. The characters are stronger. The feels are stronger. A lot of things they do well, and even better than the first. But as an overall product and an overall movie, the first one is still better to me.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to get a tearjerker and a feel more feels, then I'll watch the second one. But if I want to have fun and action, and yeah, I would watch the first.
Okay.
Basically, if I were to establish between the two.
I think.
But still, it's kind of like Portal 1 versus Portal 2. It's like, is Portal 2 a good game? Yes. Is it better than the first? No, but it's still good. Play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to like juggle between yes, no, yes, but that's the thing. With the sequels that Marvel does, they usually pull out all the stops. It's just like, all right, we did good with the first, now let's knock it out of the park on the second. You saw that with like Winter Soldier or Avengers 2, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Finally caught up with all the Avengers movies that have been released, by the way. Our library is massive, and it's like, we're going to put all these Marvel movies. They keep coming out.
And speaking of, the next time that we're going to get together is for Spider-Man Homecoming. That is just 2 months away. Oh god, I cannot contain the hype for this movie because I loved the version of Spider-Man that they put in Civil War. He is a precious cinnamon roll. I want to hug him. He's so awesome.
Yeah, it's I can't wait for that either. It's like I like what the Nostalgia Critic observation was. It's like it's like Tobey Maguire got the nerd down. It's like, and Andrew Garfield got the sarcastic one down. It's like, and I feel like this one is kind of like the perfect balance. It's like, in the Civil War, he's kind of like a adorkable nerd, and he also had a lot of really cool one-liners.
He's also a child. A lot of people seem to forget that he's also a very young man. He's not exactly fully grown. He's wet behind the ears. He's a kid.
He's young. He's inexperienced. He's green.
Yeah, he is literally the greenhorn of the group. And I honestly think this Spider-Man's going to be my favorite.
All right.
It's really hard. But I can't wait.
I can't wait either. So, thank you guys for turning out for Roundtable's Marvel, where we talked about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Go ahead and put down in the comments what your thoughts are on the movie, if you prefer the first or the second, any memorable moments, and we will see you next time for some more Spiderman goodness.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
I was waiting for that. You go be Mary Poppins, y'all, dude. We love you, man.